Welcome to the show and happy Monday to everybody. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to be sharing the show in just a little bit. I have with me Doc, and he is the owner of Hypnotic1. Doc has been coming on my show for almost 10 years, and before he came on, I was talking to him a little bit about, clinical hypnotherapy. Doc, I know a lot of people might have heard you, but one of the things that we talk about the most of people out there is how procrastination, people are terrible at it.
That's one of the toughest things we got right now, because as we all get older, and everybody sitting in this room right now is a little bit older than we was, we tend to procrastinate. We just aren't excited about doing things.
Especially
if you're not excited
right now.
about doing things, you won't do them. And if you don't do them, you won't be successful. So we have a program at Hypnotic1 that takes you out of that couch potato and puts you up on top where you are the winner.
Well, first of all, welcome back to the show. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what hypnotherapy, real clinical hypnotherapy is.
There's a lot of hypnotists out in the valley here. There's probably 1,000 of them out there, and most of them got a weekend training course under their belt, and they've been trained to hypnotize somebody. But that's simple. Anybody can hypnotize somebody, but what are you going to do once you get them in a trance that's going to help them out? And most of the time, the person that's hypnotizing doesn't really get them in a trance anyway. So that gives all the rest of us a bad rep. So the thing is, if you're going to go to a hypnotist, go to a professional. You wouldn't go to your next door neighbor to get your teeth cleaned or your teeth drilled. You wouldn't go to your other next door neighbor if you had a heart murmur. So the thing is, go to a professional and ask them questions. I love when people ask me questions. How long have you been practicing? 32 years. Oh, how many clients have you had? 45,000 plus. What's your success rate? 98%. That's odd, because everyone I've asked before, they couldn't tell me those things. Or they said, well, I get my certification next week. Oh, come on. The thing is, I help people overcome their obstacles and move to the next level of their success.
Now, when you work with people, they come to you. I've been to his office. Let me tell you about when he says his program. The program that he has, it is not for everybody. He has a lot. You change it to meet people's needs.
Everybody that comes in, once they tell me their symptoms, but they'll tell me their problem, but that's really a symptom. I'll find out their problem. We'll uncover that problem. Get rid of the problem, the symptoms disappear. But the thing is it might take me a few sessions, and that's okay. It takes a normal human being 21, 30 days to create a new habit. So the thing, if you had a problem for 30, 40 years, don't expect it to just disappear in just a few hours or a few days.
But what I do know is that you have had people do that.
That's it. I've had a lot of people come in, and all of a sudden next week they come back and says, Todd, you told me it's going to take longer. I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs. I don't miss it.
The phone number to call him is area code 602-547-0446. Doc's website is hypnotic1.com. What I know that you do with everyone is you bring them into your office, and what you want to do is you want to explain to them what it is, how it works. They get workbook from you. They're going to get a CD. This is an hour. It's a complimentary hour-long session that you get with Doc. It's complimentary for you. And all you have to do is call him, leave a message. He's here on the air right now. Leave a message and tell them what's going on with you.
Thing is, everybody's a little bit different. If I had 100 smokers come through in a week, and that's not uncommon, but they're all different. They have different motivations. They have different things that keeps them where they're at. So we custom build the program for them. I don't let anybody fail. The only way you can fail is go home and do it on your own. And we don't do that. Otherwise, if you got an obstacle, we're going to show you how to overcome it.
You won't let them fail. You say it all the time. You won't let them fail.
So the thing is, if you don't do it now, when would you? And if you don't do it now, why not? Is it do any good to go home and think about it? No. The thing is take action, do it now, and then all of a sudden you'll be just like everybody else in my repertoire that says, why didn't I come in and see you years ago?
I know. Everybody says the same thing. Why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah, and I brought a lot of clients on. You've heard them, and most of the people out there have heard them. And that's all they have to say is, my God, it's so simple and so easy. I'm like a map builder. I build a map to take you from where you're at to where you want to go and show you how to overcome the obstacles.
The number to call them is 602-547-0446 is Hypnotic, the number 1.com. I want to talk about drug, because a lot of people right now are dealing with a lot of issues right now, especially. A lot of people have gone off the wagon. They're drinking. They're doing drugs, again, all that kind of stuff. You don't even take them off anything. Even if you're an overeater, that's a drug too, guys.
I don't ask anybody to give up anything they want, because they're not ready for that. There's a process that you do, and I'm not like AA, and I'm not like these Eaters Anonymous and everything else. Now, I want you to keep doing your thing, and all of a sudden you're listening to my CD, you come in for a few sessions, all of a sudden you're cutting back, all of a sudden you don't need it, and all of a sudden you throw it away. That way you don't ever have a withdrawal symptom. I don't care what kind of drug you're on. I don't care if it's alcohol, smoking, tobacco, chewing, vaping, drugs of any kind, whether it's meth, heroin. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not taking it away from you. All of a sudden, ooh, you don't want it. You throw it away.
It's awesome. The number to call again, 602-547-0446. He has a 98% success rate. You're going to get a free 60-minute consultation with him that comes along with that MP3 that you get to use. Also, that is a wonderful thing to use at night. Everybody loves it. I don't care if you go through the program or not. You love that, start with that.
Oh, I tell you what, 30 minutes of hypnosis, you listen to my general hypnotic CD, 30 minutes of hypnosis, like 3 hours of sleep. And who couldn't use a beautiful 3 hours of wonderful sleep?
Now, what do you mean by that? It's a lifetime warranty.
It's a lifetime warranty. Otherwise, if I worked with you 10 years ago and you call me up next year, this year, anytime, I'll say, well, come on in. How much does it cost? It's free. I give you a lifetime warranty. So that what other doctor or therapist does that? No.
None, absolutely none. When people come into your office and they sit down, some people, they'll say to you, oh, you know what, let me think about it, you know. But there is, what we've said before on this show, probably, I don't know how many times, because you've been doing this for like over 10 years. If you want to walk on water,
gotta get out of the boat.
So you got to pick up the phone, give him a call, talk to him, find out what this is all about, and let him tell you and have him show you how he can help you with doing things that you've been doing for years. We had people that were smoking 4 6-packs a day for 40 years. She came and she was a client of mine too, and she was crying to me afterwards. Carol, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe that, how fast that it was that you were able to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't take you 21, 30 days. You'll break the habit in 1 to 3 days. The thing is people are afraid of doing it because they're afraid of that dreaded withdrawal symptom. You know what? There is no withdrawal symptom because you're not giving up anything you want. The thing is I have you keep smoking or doing the drugs or drinking, whatever it is, and all of a sudden you wake up one day after listening to the CD for a few times and I don't even want it anymore.
One of the things that I love to do with you is to kind of go over some of the things and the different kinds of things that you could do with people. And right now, a lot of people are dealing with depression. They're dealing with depression, anger,
but they don't
fear.
know it. Most people don't understand that they are going through depression. That's why they're doing the drugs. That's why they're doing the alcohol. That's why they're smoking more. So they have to start understanding what the underlying cause of that is.
We're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back and talk about that further. It's 602-547-0446. Now we're going to stay on live right now on Facebook, so we're not going to cut anything off right now. We're going to talk further. And what I want to know is, so when we talk about people getting out of the boat, okay, we talk about people that are procrastinators that sit there and say, I've heard you for a long time, and it happens a lot. I mean, we know that because what's the longest time that someone's acted? Do you know? Have you ever, like, the person that's listened to you, like, let's say 3 years, they finally call you or anything like that?
I had one lady at 5 years.
Yes.
I saw your van out there. I've heard your radio ad for 5 years, and I thought it was time to come in and see you. I says, why? She said, I just got tired of doing what I was doing. She said, I thought I could fix it on my own, and I can't. I says, don't you wish you'd have come in here the first time?
Right.
Yeah.
So many people I hear that. Just the other day, we had another client on, and she said the same thing. She goes, I can't believe it that.
We're
and
all that
some people
way.
will call right away. They want to know a little bit about it, you know. They want a little tiny bit about it, and then they say, let me think about it, right? Then they go back. They might ask their husband or their, spouse.
But
or
their
whatever.
husband doesn't know how they feel and what it is to them. See, that's a bad thing. If their husband could have helped them become successful, they would have. Their husband, their friends, their family is going to keep them doing it because all they want to do, oh, that's all right, you've had a tough time.
Well, it's funny that you said that, and I'm going to bring up my daughter right now because my daughter's in theater. She can't do theater right now, and she is mortified. But she has an opportunity to be in New York, right? But she's going to sublet, going to sign the papers, but sublet it. And her best friend is saying, "Oh, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that." But you know what? I said,
does her
"Don't
friend know more than
necessarily
she
listen."
does?
But I said, "Don't necessarily listen," because what we were talking about, just what you said, is that some people want you to be down at the bottom with them. They don't want you to succeed. So they say to you, "Oh, no, why would you want to do that?"
But
right?
the girl that says no, and your daughter still does it, if it works out great, she'll never say a word.
Oh, I know.
But if it falls apart, she'll say, I told you.
Right. But if I told her, I said, you know what? Sometimes, this is true too, we're going to talk about this on the air. When times are down like that, we are right now, times are a bad time, that's the best time to do something sometimes, right? And also, I said, watch what's going to happen, because the minute that you have it and things go back and all of a sudden, everyone's going to want to be in New York, you've got your own apartment. He's going to want to be living there with you for free. So it's all.
And the thing is, if anybody's out of work right now, it's a time to change your career, or at least an option. Start looking.
Absolutely. Here we go. So welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic1. We were just talking at the break about people, how your friends, some even your family, they mean the best. They honestly do mean the best. But they also like, if they're down, they want you to be at the same level as them. And we were just talking about that.
And that's it. Your friends and family, they're not going to help you become successful, because if they tell you the successful actions and you try it and you fail, then you're holding against them and they'll feel bad. So they're always saying, oh, you're all right. Just keep doing what you've been doing. And you've had a tough time. And you'll never be successful. These are not the people that are your coaches and trainers. And if they are, you need to change them right now.
Well,
Who's your mentor in every area of your life? Who's your mentor in finance? Who's your mentor in health? Who's your mentor in relationships? Look who your mentor is, and one mentor cannot be in all of them.
Well, here's the thing I was just going to say. Misery loves company, and that's the thing about all of that. You got to remember that sometimes people, and they want, like I said, they want the best for you, but then when they see you succeed, well, you have one, sometimes they turn around, like within a family, they'll say, I know this to be true because I've seen it happen right with Doc. So you brought in somebody, I'm going to talk about this, that little girl
But
that came in here.
any time that somebody's ever been successful, they stepped out of their comfort zone. They did something that was totally new to them. And they did it and they become successful. And their family probably didn't understand it either. So the thing is do you want to be a survivor or a thriver? And most people just want to survive. They just want to survive. They're settled first. And I don't train people to do that. I train them to be thrivers.
You said that right now is a really good time for people that are listening.
Right now is the greatest time for people to change because things are changing around you. Otherwise, if your job's gone or if it's on furlough for a while or whatever it is, start looking around. What do you really want to do in your life? What is your real career? What's your real passion? Because if you don't have a passion in what you're doing right now, then it's a real job. Let's go for some passion and go for it, and you're going to be successful. That's why a lot of my clients that come in right now, they don't really know what they want to do. And after a few sessions with them, they tell me exactly what they want to do.
His 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, the #1.com. He has a 98% success rate. This session that you have with him, this 1 hour session, you will sit down. You're going to learn what real hypnosis is. You're also going to learn, too, about what it is. What I love about it is what the change that you're going to make. And boy, are you going to be in the zone. How many people know what that feels like and love that feeling?
It's like going from the amateur to the professional league. The thing is are you ready to have excitement in your life? Health, wealth, and happiness. This is what we all need and want. Let's go to the next level. Let's don't survive. Let's thrive on it. And let's do it now, because if you don't do it now, when will you?
You're going to get that MP3 that comes along with it. And let me tell you something. Hypnosis is the most wonderful thing you'll ever do for yourself. You get that. It's for free. Take it. You're going to learn how to do all this by yourself. It's wonderful.
And the people out there that don't believe in hypnosis, don't understand it, that's okay, because a lot of people don't understand it. They only understand what they saw on television and movies. Imagine all your negatives start disappearing. All your negatives start disappearing just because you was listening to my CD at night. And that's what happens. And when your negatives start disappearing, all of a sudden the positives and the positive actions and directions start moving forward. They're getting stronger and stronger with each and every passing day. Because remember, whatever you're doing, it becomes easier every time you do it. Have you been successful in the last few years or the last few weeks? And if you haven't, why not? Do not blame your family. Do not blame the economy. Do not blame anything. Just get ready to move forward. If you can't move forward, come in. I'll show you how to do it, because I've taken people with no money and shown them how to be very, very wealthy. I've taken people that really didn't have physical ability, and all of a sudden they did. So
you know what?
let's
Almost,
do it.
There's almost nothing that you can't. I mean, everything that you out there that somebody's dealing with, he can help you
I'm a
with.
coach. I'm a trainer. I get people to move forward past where they normally would stop.
Now, his phone number, call again, 602-547-0446. Leave a message, and he'll tell you exactly what he can do for you. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone that you know, maybe it's your child, maybe it's your grandson or whatever. Doesn't matter. Well, granddaughter, doesn't matter.
And if you're the third caller, then I'll give you $100.
So let me just say this too. This program's a customized program to meet your needs. He won't let you fail. And it's a lifetime warranty, okay? And this is what I love that he does, and what I can tell you all sorts of things you've never even thought about. Okay, I want to talk about some of these things. First of all, you talked about people making more money, being more successful. Yes, you can do that too. Right now, we talked a little bit about people, their anger issues and their depression, their fears. We're going to talk about migraines. Let's talk about that. How do you help with that?
Migraine headaches are kind of simple. They're brought on for a few different reasons, but every time you have one, it becomes easier to have it the next time. Every time you feel the symptoms coming on, all of a sudden you're going to bring it on.
How about nail biting?
Nail biting, you know what, everybody looks at that kind of silly, but the person that does it, you look at their nails, they're just bit down and they're almost bleeding. We automatically just get a person to relax and get rid of it. That has been penned up tension.
And you know what? That comes along not only with nail biting. With nail biting comes along people that do that hair pulling. There's people that cut today. There's a lot of things out there that are happening that go under all of this umbrella that we're talking about here.
Everybody wants to be in control of life, but they don't know how to take control of it. And see, that's a bad thing. And when I hypnotize a person, they'll go back. We'll find the underlying cause, because if you don't find the underlying cause, I don't care if you're a psychiatrist that gives them drugs. I don't care if you're a psychologist that does talk therapy, which doesn't work. I go back and find the underlying cause, that when it happened, who caused it, and we reverse it, turn it around, so all of a sudden, maybe one session, all of a sudden you're successful in 10 different areas of your life.
How about memory? How do you help people with their memory?
I can't remember that. Memory's kind of simple. The thing is everybody's got a memory. Most people talk themselves out of it. They'll say, I won't remember this, or I can't remember that. And quit that. That's programming yourself.
What else did we get you? Right now I want to talk a little. I thought you were going to talk
But-
further on that. How about this? This one I love. Self-discipline.
How can you ever achieve anything if you don't have self-discipline? The thing is you got to say no to the things that you need to get rid of. If you're on the diet, you got to say no to the sugar. You got to say no to this. You got to say no to laying around. Why aren't you? Well, self-discipline. People don't have self-discipline because they haven't been trained in it.
You know what? Here's what it starts with. Unfortunately, it starts with self-discipline. You've got to have the discipline. And what you also have to have is you have to have
Self-esteem and self-confidence, and know what you want.
What it's all about, what you want.
And why you want it.
And to want that change. And people, we know that you're going to do things when you're ready, but you know what? Sometimes it just takes picking up that phone, giving them a call, having to talk about what this all is, and I guarantee you it's not going to be anything that you think it is, and you're going to be so happy you did.
It's like the people come in, they're drug addicts. Don't quit your drug. If you're still on it, don't quit it. Just listen to CD, read through the book. They go, really? Yeah. And all of a sudden, when they come in the next week, they're not on the drugs, or they're half, and they want to get rid of it. People that's overweight, it says, please don't go on a diet, and don't go out and exercise. And they go, why? I said, because you've been on a diet and you went out and exercised, didn't work, did it? No, so I'm not going to do the same thing that everybody else did. I says, keep doing what you've been doing, and then when you're ready to change, we'll help you change. And all of a sudden, that thing sitting on your shoulder is an electrochemical organic computer. Let's program the computer so you want to walk a little farther, a little faster. You want to burn more calories up, and all of a sudden you're going to look at the sugar, the salts, and go, no, thank you.
The number to call him, 602-547-0446. Check him out on his website. It's Hypnotic, the1.com. He has a 98% success rate. He's been doing this with me for, over almost 10 years. He's helped so many people out there. Call him, leave a message. He'll tell you exactly what he can do for you. You're going to get a free 30-minute to 60-minute consultation. It comes along with that MP3. It's a customized program to meet your needs. 602-547-0446.